shouting "Hartal, Hartal," which means general strike. They want a total shutdown of the country, and this is following a night of riots. 10 buses have been burnt down, and the bomb was detonated inside Dhaka University, injuring 2 people. The opposition party are said to be unhappy about the rising food prices as well as the stock market prices falling. Now, later on today, share market brokers are said to join the protests, and the situation here is increasingly tense.
The online company AOL is reportedly buying news website The Huffington Post for $315 million. It will be the company's largest acquisition since it separated from Time Warner in 2009. Huffington Post co-founder Arianna Huffington will take control of all of AOL's editorial content. She'll become president and editor-in-chief of the newly created Huffington Post Media Group. The news website began as a liberal blog in 2005 and now draws some 25 million visitors every month. Well, John Terrett joins us now live from Washington for more on this story. John, what's so good about the Huffington Post that makes AOL want to snap it up?
Well, Foley, it is quite simply put one of the most powerful news websites in the world. It's already in the top 10 list of global news websites. Not bad for a startup that's only a handful of years old. And Arianna Huffington, who is the former Greek shipping magnate heiress, who's gone on to become a socialite and a very, very astute businesswoman in the United States, as you were saying, is going to join the board of this new company. And I think what the Huffington Post, or HuffPo as it's known here, does better than anybody else is they break their own news stories using a staff of about 70 people. But then over and above that, they provide a forum for bloggers to have their say. And I think for me, what they do better than anybody else is that they act as a forum for breaking news from around the world. So their staff are constantly monitoring websites like our own and other international broadcasters and major newspapers right around the world. And when any one of those organizations comes up with a breaking news story, they put it on the front page of the Huffington Post. So you can see at a glance what the top breaking news stories are anywhere in the world at any given moment. And of course, what AOL is looking for with this deal, and they got the company very, very cheaply, by the way, pretty much just for the cost of Arianna Huffington herself. What they're hoping for is that the brand of Huffington Post will bring lots of new eyeballs to the AOL website. Foley.
Will the deal, John, pass with the regulators there?
Yeah, I think it will. It'll take a while, but I think it is going to pass. It's not going to be an easy ride for the company because there is so much competition out there. But remember that AOL itself had a very, very hard time after its divorce from Time Warner. Do you remember in the early part of the new century, Time Warner was taken over by AOL, the new company taking over this old media behemoth, and everybody was amazed and they couldn't believe it. Well, it just didn't work out. And since that time, certainly last year, AOL has lost a lot of advertising, and revenue from dial-up has been falling sharply, of course, around the world, and they're giving away membership to their website now. But what AOL thinks is that all is not lost, because now it's taking over Huffington Post. It's already got control of MapQuest and Patch.com, which is a series of uber local news sites around the United States. And it hopes that by owning these companies, it will be able to attract the kind of people that like breaking news to not only these websites, but crucially, to the AOL site itself. And of course, that's all about attracting more advertising. That's how they make their money really going forward. Foley.
All right, thank you very much, John Terrett in Washington there for us. All the sport after the break with tonight, including it's coming home. Green Bay get their hands on North America's biggest sporting prize. Stay with us.
Home to a diversity of rare species, Latvia's pristine woodlands are a place of magic. But with a strained economy and an eager market, forests are rapidly perishing, and with them their inhabitants. People and Power investigates how 60% of Latvia's timber ends up on UK shelves with a questionable seal of approval. Latvia's Pulp Fiction, at this time on Al Jazeera.
Well, Sana is here now with all the sports. Sana.
Thank you very much, Folly. Well, the Green Bay Packers have their hands on the biggest prize in North American sport. The Packers won their 4th Super Bowl title after a thrilling win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Andy Richardson reports.
There's number 7.
Two of the sport's most storied franchises and two of the NFL's finest quarterbacks head-to-head for Super Bowl 45. It was Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers who started quickest. The Pittsburgh Steelers trailing by 21 points to 3 after this Greg Jennings touchdown. Rodgers would go on to throw for more than 300 yards. The Steelers stayed in touching distance, but in the 4th quarter, a 3rd touchdown pass from Rodgers, again to Jennings, looked to have made the game safe for the Packers. The Steelers responded though, Ben Roethlisberger throwing a 25-yard touchdown pass for Mike Wallace, and the Steelers were within 3 points. But a Packers field goal and a final incomplete pass from Roethlisberger
A lot of contact
meant the title was Green Bay's. 31-25, the final score.
Green Bay will take over.
It's just a feeling of accomplishment right now, that we've accomplished our goals. We talked about it March 16th when we met for the first time, and here we are, the world champions.
It's a tough game, and there's probably a lot of what-ifs. There's a lot of throws I'd like to have back. Like I said, I don't put a blame on anybody except myself.
The Vince Lombardi Trophy, named of course after the legendary Packers coach, on its way home for the first time since 1997. Andy Richardson, Al Jazeera.
Robert Kubica's Formula One career is under threat after his right hand was partially severed in a high-speed rally crash in Italy on Sunday. The Pole underwent a 7-hour surgery to try and save his hand. He also suffered multiple fractures to his right arm and leg following the accident. Andrew Potter reports.
Far away from the glamour of the Formula One circus, Robert Kubica was driving this rally car in a relatively minor event in Italy when he crashed. Reports suggest he lost control and hit a metal barrier, which was able to puncture the front of the car, leaving him with multiple fractures to his right arm, leg and hand. The 26-year-old was helicoptered to hospital, undergoing lengthy surgery.
I think it's quite difficult now, but who never knows. Drivers are always very special patients. I had a lot of motorbike patients. They heal in the fastest way possible, much faster than the normal people.
Kubica is Poland's first Formula One driver. In 2007, he was fortunate to escape this massive crash in Canada with minor injuries. He took his first win at the very same track a year later. The latest accident comes less than a week after Kubica helped unveil the Lotus Renault team's new car for the 2011 season.
Always there is special excitement to test it for the first time.
Kubica immediately putting the car to good use, going fastest in the first week of pre-season testing. This was the year many predicted he could challenge for the Formula One title. For now, it's unclear when or if he'll compete at the sport's highest level again. Andrew Potter, Al Jazeera.
FIFA President Sepp Blatter has strongly indicated the 2022 World Cup in Qatar will take place in the summer, despite previously suggesting it could be moved to winter. Blatter had previously stated that he expected the games to move from their normal date of the summer because of the country's climate. He also said that all the 64 matches will be played in the territory of Qatar and not extended to their neighboring countries. In the English Premier League, there was no winning debut for Fernando Torres as his former club Liverpool took the spoils with a 1-0 win at Stamford Bridge. All attention focused on Chelsea's new $80 million man, but Liverpool ensured they got no change. Raul Meireles with the goal that sees Liverpool up to 6th, while reigning